So there was this young guy that came in, and I know he was in his 20s. He was sitting there, and I try to make my rounds when I'm in the office, and especially there's a young guy there. Normally, sometimes there's one out of five women that there's a guy that comes along, and I've never seen this. I've never seen this happen. As many guys that I've talked to as a male advocate, from the time and then the time I have had this job, I've never seen this. And this guy put his head down, and he started thinking out loud, and he started saying, "It's just not the right time. It's just not the right time." And he put his head down again. I'm seeing this guy's emotions come out right before me as if he doesn't even know I'm there. And it pulled my heart. So I said to him, well, why does it bother you so much? You're a dad now. You have just created a life. I says, besides how it happened, being involved with a young lady not being married, besides that, there is a life that this girl has inside her. And you were a part of that. I says, and I know you seem like you're scared. I said, but I want to tell you something. We're here for you.
I was engaged to my now husband, and we found out we were pregnant, which was a huge surprise and huge shock. And even though he was very supportive, and we had people around us who were, helpful and encouraging, it was really scary. So I went to PASS, and I started volunteering, and I saw what they did, and it was really incredible. As I started getting more involved, I guess that kind of led me to my position as an educator. I think going through what I went through, it just made me realize the things I wish I would have known as a teenager. I wish I would have thought about, or I wish I had maybe someone even who I could have asked some of these questions to. And I wanted to be that person for someone who maybe didn't have that in their lives.
I first came to PASS actually when I was 16 years old. I was a young mom, and PASS was there when I needed them as far as diapers and advice and clothes. They were always there. When I was 16, I didn't really have much of a big support, but I had my grandparents and my mom, but PASS was always there.
PASS was there for me and my wife. We were going through something, like I was required to take parenting classes. It was a time where I couldn't even be in the house with my wife and my kids, and without somebody being there. It was very rough for me doing that. And me and my wife went to PASS, started taking parenting classes, talking. I feel like they helped strengthen my marriage. That was very hard for me at that time, and I don't think without PASS, I don't think me and my wife would have been able to actually get through it, because PASS really played the big part in helping us do that.
I have a desire to bring that hope, that you can be a family unit, that you can work through whatever situation. And that makes a huge difference, to see people turn to the Lord and work through and face whatever situation comes their way. Hope and healing is the language of PASS. It really walks us through the journey of what life really is. Jesus has come that we might have life and have it more abundantly. And so in that process, we identify the garbage in our life, we release it to Jesus, we put it at the foot of the cross, and we are restored in our relationship with our Creator. And there's nothing better than that.
They told me that I had to take it one day at a time, to pray on it, to always, turn to God if we needed help, and they were always just a phone call away.
And I let him know, I said, hey, says, you're the father of that child. I said, that child does not have to be born for you to be a father. As of right now, you are a father. He got into the nurses. He got into the nurse's room, from what I hear. And instead of being off on the side like it had nothing to do with him, and didn't have any answers, he was in front asking the nurse questions and showing that if I'm the father, where do I stand in all this? If you're a leader, you stand at the forefront. All I know is I went in my office after that, and I was sobbing, and I don't cry. I've never cried as much as I have since I've gotten in this position as an executive director. I don't think I've ever prayed as much in my life.
And so my heart really goes out to the unstructuredness of an unplanned pregnancy.
People who maybe hear it and think about it really need to be supported and encouraged.
I believe other people would feel the same way about Pass, but we need you.
You're defending the unborn, and you're restoring the family.
Really what we're doing is hoping to stop a problem before it happens.
And we have the answer, I guess, and I think that that's what's so exciting.
We're able to really go out there and talk to these kids on a different level.
And I think that's the key. The key is we give them real life answers to real life problems.
We're going to see less teen pregnancy. We're going to see fewer STDs. We're going to see fewer broken hearts.
We're all called to serve kids. And we need you in whatever capacity that might be.
The future generations who have not yet had a chance to hear this message, they need you.
Not touch those lives without you.